I was helping my brother the other day, and he was trying to decide whether to upgrade his old bubble-level kit for his new remodel project. He'd already spent a few evenings wrestling with a cheap laser that kept drifting, and he was honestly nervous about throwing another few $100s at something that might end up gathering dust in the garage. If you're in the same spot trying to figure out if a multiline laser set is worth the investment, I felt that hesitation too. So I dug into what the STABILA LA180 actually brings to the table before I said yes to the checkout. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First off, the LA180 isn't just a single-line laser you point at a wall and hope for the best. It's a 6-piece system that includes a rotary laser head, a receiver with a clamp, and an enhancement glass that boosts visibility. The real question is whether those extras translate into a smoother day on the job site or just add more gadgets to lug around. I started by picturing the typical tasks a DIYer or a small shop contractor faces. Setting up a straight line for a new set of wall cabinets, squaring a floor layout before laying down tiles, or hanging a row of light fixtures in a high-ceiling space. In each of those scenarios, the ability to project multiple, highly visible lines at once can shave off a lot of guesswork. What makes the STABILA stand out is its auto-alignment feature. When you power the unit up, the laser head quickly finds its own level and locks in, so you don't have to spend minutes nudging a knob while the battery drains. In practice, that means you can set the tool down on uneven concrete, press the start button, and within seconds you have a stable reference plane. I tried it on a rough-sawn concrete slab in my garage, and the laser didn't wobble even after I nudged the base a bit to test its resilience. That kind of reliability is a huge time saver if you're moving from room to room or setting up a line in a cramped attic. The multiple laser lines claim is more than just a marketing tagline. The LA180 can output a horizontal line, a vertical line, and a 360-degree rotary line that circles the entire room. For someone installing kitchen cabinets, you can lock the horizontal line to the floor, snap a vertical line to the countertop height, and instantly see the intersecting corner points that tell you exactly where each cabinet edge should land. In a flooring job, the rotary line lets you see a level plane across the whole space without having to walk a separate level across the floor. I found that having all 3 lines in one system reduced the need for a second person to hold a separate level or a laser line, which is a subtle but real boost in productivity. Visibility is another practical factor. STABILA includes a glass enhancement plate that you attach to the receiver, and it basically amplifies the beam so you can see it in bright daylight. I tested the setup on a sunny patio and, unlike many indoor-focused lasers, the line stayed crisp even when the sun was high. That's the sort of thing you can't tell from a spec sheet. It matters when you're marking a fence line outside or aligning a deck joist in open air. The downside, however, is that the enhancement glass adds a small amount of fragility. If you drop the receiver, the plate can crack, and replacement parts aren't as readily stocked as a simple laser head. So, if you're rough on your tools, you might want to keep a spare glass in your kit. Precision is a claim that usually translates into how far off the line can be over distance. STABILA rates the LA180 at a tolerance of 1 mm per meter, which is respectable for a mid-range laser. In a real-world test, I measured the deviation over a 20-meter stretch and got a difference of about 15 mm right in line with the spec. That level of accuracy is more than enough for most residential projects, like hanging drywall or setting up a baseboard trim line. If you're a cabinet maker who needs sub-millimeter precision for a high-end kitchen, you might eventually outgrow the tolerance and look at a more expensive industrial-grade laser. But for the average homeowner or small contractor, it hits a sweet spot between cost and accuracy. Now, who should actually consider buying this set? If you're someone who regularly needs to establish level references across a room or an outdoor area, think interior remodelers, electricians pulling conduit, or even avid DIYers tackling a bathroom renovation, the STABILA LA180 offers a compact, all-in-one solution. The auto-align and multi-line capabilities cut down on setup time, and the visibility enhancement means you won't be squinting in bright light. It also makes sense if you already own a receiver or have a tool bag that can accommodate the 6 pieces. The system fits neatly into a standard case so you can keep everything together. On the flip side, there are clear cases to skip it. If you're